figure this out again. Again. Yeah.
This is crazy though. Look at this. The spring laying right there. Old spring watch. That's what we need to get this reassembled. I just need to
Hello, everyone.
guy here. We'll figure out what all these things can set to. We're gonna also pull the other side. One came off. The other three are.
It's not going to be as beautiful further up the road, but it is going to be fun. I bet you haven't seen so many ridiculous situations on the roads in your years of driving. Let's get it on.
I wonder why.
There's only one possible explanation. This driver's ex-wife won his boat in court. The most luxurious snowplow you've ever seen.
I wonder how you do that. Wait, this person is, but you go get stuck the next day. I don't know why this person have I don't know why shit. Why I don't know
Tom
how.
Hardy and Charlize Theron have certainly changed a bit, but that guy over there looks pretty iconic.
How? I think beyond that, how I figured it go be. I'm just gonna be home. I suppose this person that get pulled over and probably pulled over and get in
Tell them
trouble.
why your packages keep coming in all crumpled up.
I figure why.
Any car would be unlucky to break down in the...
Can I just sort the chat?
This stuff gets put together. It is what it is. This one also, I mean, is just about ready to come apart as well. So I talked to Kevin.
No, it's not that.
This is actually his engine, Cedar March.
Yeah, fuck this.
And I just wanted to get his permission.
in the northern regions, but especially garbage trucks, as they're immediately inspected by the local customs service.
They're really there for high RPM to keep those studs from tossing and moving and potentially, pop a push rod or something like that. We're not pushing this into the car. So I think what we're going to do to get through tonight, get into Old Town, is just take these girdles all the way on. And then tomorrow in the daylight, I can run into Kevin. And
Anybody ordered popcorn?
That's not popcorn, it's buckcorn. Buckcorn is pretty delicious.
Oh my god, dude. That dude just straight up knocked down a power line.
Oh, no power, bro.
I don't know why.
Well, this must be the reason why roads are so bad in Russia.
I don't see why now.
On the other hand, tanks on the highway can be useful too.
I didn't realize taste is that strong. That's a love hack right though.
As the driver of this excavator says, there are no unfeasible tasks for a true master.
He is a true master of activating those damn chickies.
Does anyone know what decision the insurance company will make after this accident?
Probably to make a so to say I don't this hit me call.
We already live in 2022, but unmanned cars still surprise us.
It's a paranormal. This one is a paranormal. So get that called blessed by priest.
Carrying your stuff to the car in 2 trips or ordering a pickup truck? No, I'm cooler than that.
I think they too lazy to do it. Or they just don't want to do it.
What up, everybody? How you guys doing today? As you can see,
Small coach is the best, I guess. Just go to the auto.
Nobody's laughing at this little car now.
You hear Gio. She's such a good girl. She goes every time I ask her to. Julie was telling me that she waits out here for like 5-10 minutes sometimes. She doesn't go. But every time I bring her out, she goes for like 2 minutes. We set up a little trash
The
can
dude
over
in this
here
footage
whenever
just
she goes
finished
to
a
go food
112-mile
bags,
ride as
and we
part of
started
the
doing
Ironman
this.
Triathlon.
Yeah, well,
I swear, sometimes she
so
doesn't
after that,
she's like,
yep, I understand.
she acts like
The
she
work of
knows.
garbage trucks is to empty the containers, and that's exactly what it did here.
Say hi to Hazel. She's trying to nurse on him. This is the,
Well,
third
there's the
time
one
we're together.
one way to
He
empty
just
the
peed
trash.
in her face. Now
Hey,
Hazel-
probably the trash can so
I don't
trash
think
people
she
say,
understands.
fuck.
He's marking his territory. I've never seen Gio act like this. He's like so standoffish with her.
High ticket drop shipping beats low ticket
He
drop
just-
shipping
he doesn't care.
every day of the week. And this has
Gio,
been
he ain't got no
going
piss
back
left.
since e-commerce was even a
There
thing.
you go.
Listen, a lot of people ask
There you
how
go.
our students
Now they're playing. Gio's like scared. Nah, Hazel, come back. Good girl. She's a little quick. Potty again. Such a quick little tickle.
So where's the wild people crossing sign?
She's got a whole rock in her mouth. Where are you going with it?
What the?
What are you doing with this? You gonna let her go down the stairs? So we've had Hazel for a couple days.
This truck
now. Here's
doesn't
some
need to
clips
be
I recorded
repaired.
over the past
It'll
couple
get
days
donors
you
for
guys.
spare parts on its own.
So, I don't know how you that the guy does that.
I brought her outside.
We all know that gas stations can be dangerous, but sometimes that danger comes from places you don't expect.
Oh wow! I could think
Yeah, you watched
that damage you could then come out and go with them.
The cutest thing that could happen on the road. Some ducklings strayed from their mother, and the traffic police officers came to their aid along with the caring driver.
Having a little family conversation. Tell me how you feel. She tries biting her ear. Taste good, Hazel? This little baby sleeps a lot.
And the winner of the limbo dance
You
is
guys all know
obviously
already,
the
King
driver
Charles
of this car.
Cavalier, that's the breed she is. They shed a lot. I mean, look, here's some examples. This little
Oh.
breed sheds so much.
Hell.
That's the way the world works. Someone gets a separate luxury trailer while someone gets to ride on the roof.
Good. Good girl. This is her crate downstairs. Obviously, we have her bed set up, but we also set up her carrying case in here. Because it seems like she lets us
Of all the
sleep in that
possible
more.
ways to open a can, this dude chose the strangest
Yeah,
one.
she always follows us wherever we go. I am so excited because today's video is actually sponsored by Honey.
Yeah.
Honey is one of my favorite services that I use on a daily basis. If you don't know what Honey is, it is the number one.
The Russian car industry and its minor breakdowns.
You're buying something and it asks you for a promo code, and if you type in a promo code, you can save 10%, 20%, or even more. Well, that's where Honey comes
Okay.
in. Honey automatically searches for promo codes, so you don't have to. Let's say I'm trying to buy a new pair of shoes. When
And the
I'm at checkout,
kind-hearted
Honey will
eyewitnesses.
automatically apply different promo codes and see which promo code
Okay,
saves me the
we
most
take
amount
it back.
of money, and then,
No
bam,
car
I
is
save
immune
the
to wheels
50%.
flying off on
And the
their
best
own.
part is, it works on things that you're already buying on a lot of different sites that you're already shopping. And it's fun. I don't know about you guys, but I like to save money in every way possible. And when I do save money, it's almost like a little rush, a little satisfaction.
Bye. Have a good
Add Honey to your
time.
browser right now for free by going to joinhoney.com/Lance. And fun fact, Honey finds discounts of 18% on average, and they have over 100,000 five-star reviews on Google. So I know everybody in their last vlog was asking for an update on what's going on with Grandma. So here's the update. Grandma has been in the hospital for almost 2 weeks now. They transferred her
That's
today
exactly
over to
what we're
rehab.
talking about.
She's gonna be there for a bit.
Everything
I'm
in this
not sure
video
how
is
long. They
perfect.
started taking
The
her
Final
out there.
Destination
As you guys
parody,
know,
the
Grandma
truck
had
that
both
quietly
COVID
drove
and
on,
she had
and, of
infection
course,
in
the
her blood
perplexed
called
traffic
thyroid.
police
So
officer.
she's doing a lot better now, which is good. She's conscious. She's aware of her surroundings. Before, she literally had like no idea where she was or what was going on. She had a lot of brain fog. I talked on the phone with her a couple times. She literally had no recognition of what happened the day that she went to the hospital.
Can you tell the brand of his skateboard passed the crash test with flying colors?
Which is great. When can we expect
Hmm.
to see Grandma come
Yeah.
home? No idea. It's still like waiting at this point. No, obviously I can't wait for her to come home. I'm super excited to show her the puppy as well.
I feel bad for the guy on the skateboard.
She thinks she's adorable. I can't wait for her.
That's the.
I'm always seeing comments about you.
Oh, so close.
Just in case some people didn't.
I see a moose.
Especially rawhide, we're keeping that in mind. Also, somebody recommended a certain type of brush that we can get.
Once you hit the brakes on an icy road, your trip turns into a figure skating show.
Stuff like that. So I ordered those.
I tried to post it okay, I guess.
You want to go on a walk? Yeah, you don't know that word yet, but you're gonna love it soon.
Who's gonna tell this driver that he has a sun visor in his car?
So here's her leash. Jillian has like a little poopy bag holder, so in case she goes.
How the guy still able to drive with the hold up?
This genius ignored several warning signals and drove past the barriers. And only at that moment did he realize that they were put there for a reason.
Yeah, because it's that stupid.
No, I got her an extra small because she is, but a small's gonna be too big, I think.
Alright, so that was a fail. I'm gonna run over to the store right now and get her a bigger size. That was an extra small. We're gonna get her a small. Really wanna get
An
her
ordinary day in Russia. A couple of guys pushing a 15-ton car stuck at an intersection because of a power outage.
It's not 4 or 5 guys. What though? Maybe 10.
Oh my god, it looks huge. What size is it?
So whoever on the bus or they have one.
Give us a like if you'd love to drive to school with a driver like that.
Yes, I would.
At web.com, we know you're busy. Who has time to run a website?
It looks like we're taking like a
Help
hamster out.
with the
She's
site
so
builder,
small.
in-house design experts, marketing, and more. Visit web.com.
I don't think you're on right. She's giving me the saddest eyes ever.
That.
It's loose. I feel like she's gonna like.
That's
At
kind
least
of
now this
sus.
driver knows what inertia is. This pigeon might be a great example to many pedestrians, but come on, buddy, you can fly, can't you?
And probably this had to walk.
Another video to remind you of the importance of using the handbrake, even if you step away for a few seconds.
Turn around, bud. Turn around.
She always bangs her head.
So the harness is on her, but it's a little lopsided because she's still a little too small for this one. We don't have the perfect in-between size as of right
You
now.
must know why there's a fire extinguisher in the car, but you probably didn't know it could be used like this.
Go upwards. She carries her potty.
Oh, good girl.
You peeing again? Like Kia, you're marking your spots.
She likes being outside.
Yeah. That's on the territory, girl.
Oh my god, where'd that piece go?
People should help all creatures, great and small, especially small. And this rule works for machines too.
I see it. Where do you get new ones?
This is like a township. Township free again. For her first time?
She did a good job. She's a natural.
Make the crate a little bit smaller. I think this honestly makes her feel a little bit comfortable. So the brushes that I ordered to get Hazel's hair off of the bodies and the carpets and everything just came in. We got this one. We also have this one that'll clean like carpets. And then this one is like a pet.
That's all for today, buddy. Follow the rules as carefully as that pigeon. Don't forget to give us a like, and we'll see you later.
Come here, baby. Guess that's good. Get some hair on us. Alright, so let's try and brush it. Kind of working.
Have you ever seen a
I mean, they're sticking to it for sure. Sometimes like a lint roller works a little better. Obviously, it's like sticking to it. Oh, with arrows, it's kind of working. Yeah, you can see the hair sticking to it. What are you doing? You're ripping up your head? Oh my gosh, that thing's like 4 times your size. What are you doing?
Your top hat and rabbit.
I think this is nice to carry around with you. But if I'm at home, probably just end up using it.
What?
Lint roller. It seems to work a bit better. And then these just seem to be made out like silicone.
Hello, everyone.
Since there are hair sticking to it, I know a spot where there's a ton of hair. His blanket on the couch. You know, and all that. Yeah, it's kind of like compiling it.
I have a challenge for all of you. Go through every computer in your house.
She's determined. I mean, it's definitely helping me
Mom,
push it
your
all into
dad,
one
your
little
sister, your
pile. I
brother's
mean, yeah,
computer,
this
and
seems to
then
be somewhat
Wait, Mom.
effective. And then we'll just vacuum it up.
We'll just check
All
out.
right, now let's try this out. Her hair might not be long enough
Installed.
for this.
What's funny? Oh, no. It's a free browser add-on that automatically applies coupon codes when you check out online. So what's the catch?
This should
There
be
is no
painting.
catch.
It is snowing outside. It's still cold. It's fine. Wow, look at that, Hazel. What is it?
Wait, a game of what?
You eating it? Oh, she picked up a she loves doing this. I don't know why. Oh, she just peed right there. Make some yellow snow. Don't slide. You like the snow? I guess so. Good girl. Yay!
On today's episode of Black.
That looks hilarious. You comfy?
Oh.
The snow. I'm just waking up. It doesn't look like Hazel's going to be going to the potty that much.
That's a fucking spottle.
So much snow out here, it's ridiculous. Wow, it is completely covered. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's deep. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. What'd you choose? Oh.
She literally found it and she disappeared. So I tried taking her out last night at like 4 a.m. It's not even as bad as it is now, and she would not go potty. I even tried to have her go on the step. It's out of sleep. She was like begging to come in, so I let her in. She instantly took a piss right in. Yeah, but she's not but she loves the ones parking over here, and apparently she's done it.
Hey, bro,
That's
you gotta
what
go.
Julia told me.
You gotta go. Don't go down there.
I understand, girl. You don't really got much of a choice, do you?
do that. Oh, I did it.
She's getting hazelnut. Every single morning, Julie and I make the same breakfast. Eggs, egg whites, toast with peanut butter. After a while, it gets pretty boring, right? So today, we tried to switch it up. We made some protein pancakes. Here are Julia's. She made
You need some milk.
She's gonna make one giant one. Here's my mix. I got some protein powder in here, some protein pancake mix in here, and how are they, baby? Just looked it over.
This is Daredevil that's kind of concerned.
Got some sugar-free syrup on here. Don't mind it, right? Looks green. I actually used blueberry protein mix. That's why I gave it that color. Here goes nothing. Very dry. I give that a straight 4 out of 10. It's not the worst thing I've ever had, but it's definitely like
I think I made too many friends out here. Yeah, most definitely. What's up, dude?
It does what I need it to do.
Get out of the dishwasher.
But for anybody wondering, this was the calories, 539, and then this was the macro breakdown: 42 grams of protein, 78 grams of carbs, and 10 grams of fat. The real blessing here is there's chocolate chips. Without that, it would be even worse. I just got a big batch of chocolate chips, so it's pretty good. She's just sits there and stares at us all the time. I was definitely feeling. It is now the next morning, and something that Julie and I started yesterday at 4 p.m. was water fasting. Honestly, I was kind of just looking at myself in the mirror, like, look, I'm getting lean, but I'm just not getting lean fast enough. The last time I did this extreme diet, I was doing a lot of cardio. I was burning a lot of calories and a lot of fat really quickly. I pretty much reached my goals in 48 days. Well, yesterday marked 60 days. And in 60 days, I lost 21 pounds, which is really good. Now, obviously, I gained a lot more
Is it
weight this time, had a lot more to lose. I'm starting to
Oh.
I'm a pretty impatient person, but I know with this type of stuff, you have to have patience. So I'm just like, all right, I just need that next little push. So I did some research. I've seen a lot of people do like
Yes, he fuck off.
30-day fasts. Sometimes people do the 7 to 10 days. Which is
That's a
kind of
smart
crazy.
dog.
But anyway, basically what I'm doing right now is I haven't eaten since yesterday. I've only been drinking water.
He doesn't kill.
I'm not eating for the next couple days.
He just don't kill.
I told my son to take the junkie bath.
Certain religions, so it's not like it's an uncommon thing. I'm not gonna be going weeks without eating, even a basic amount of calories that my body needs to live. It's just for a couple days. It's just a lot of people do it. I woke up yesterday at 162 pounds. I woke up this morning at 169. I ate less calories yesterday than I usually do, about 1,000 less. So obviously, I
This is
didn't
big noise.
that overnight. My body literally has nothing in the system right now. So I'm aware of that. I don't think that like I lost that weight.
There's some.
Over the next
Yeah,
couple
just
days,
piece
I
that
should
too.
lose a couple pounds of fat. Water fasting for a couple days also has some really good effects. Anti-aging, reducing inflammation, weight loss, of course, chronic disease prevention, and more. I know this is a lot of information, but these are like the stages of what happens. So basically, 12 hours into your water fasting, your body enters a metabolic state called ketosis. This is when your body starts to break down stored energy and burn fat. By 18 hours, you switch to fat burning mode, and you're generating significant ketones. Within 24 hours, your cells are recycling old components and breaking down misfolded proteins that are actually linked to Alzheimer's and other diseases.
Just don't get caught.
Is 5 times higher than when you first started. And by 72 hours,
What the fuck the cat guy in there?
and generating new ones. So that's just a 3-day process. So it's not terrible for you. Of course, if you're going to do this for a very extended period of time, you just gotta make sure to stay hydrated and drink a ton of water. I have officially gone 22 hours without eating. I don't know if you can see it in my eyes, but I feel dead right now. For anybody that knows me, you know I love food. I literally would be a fat ass if I didn't work out. And that's facts. Like Julie and I literally do like 2 or 3 times a day sometimes. Obviously, cardio in the morning once, and then work out, and then sometimes we work out again. Julie was actually trying it as well. She failed 22 hours. I don't blame her.
Not fail. I just know that my eating habits after I'm just scared of myself in like
Well, you're still gonna track, but Julia's
One,
more so concerned
two,
about
three.
you get this thing called like body dysmorphia, especially when you lose a lot of weight, right? So
Oh
if you
my
put on the littlest amount of weight, you will wake up and feel a little bit more bloated the next day. It like fucks with your head.
not going 3 days without eating and then
Be super lean.
being super lean and then
What, you're only allowed to pick me?
you're obviously gonna be bloated.
Yeah, because you're going.
That's not right.
So you know what I mean. So Julia just made something that looks so scrumptious. What even is this? Oh my god! It looks like a peanut butter chocolate.
You guys can see the markers and
So we have a sliced banana, protein, scoop, chocolate chips, rolled oats, and wow, that sounds amazing right now. It smells so good. You know, honestly, I was feeling like really, really tired, right? I was just editing this video, like currently watching. So I came down here, and just the smell of this woke me up.
So I heard if you give a cat an egg,
Like, I think I just need to smell.
Kid, that cat just don't kill.
2-day marks Grandma's 77th birthday.
This is not a pig.
Happy birthday, Grandma. Julie and I are actually going to go over there pretty soon to go see her. She has allowed visitors now. My parents have seen her already, but only 2 people can visit at a time. So, of course, I'm going to bring you guys along to go see Grandma. Get a little update on how she's doing. On our way now to see Grandma. It is almost 24 hours. I feel like there's no spurts of energy that I get, and then there's spurts of, like, me just feeling tired. I think the hardest part about this entire thing was
Bailey's here.
6 hours. After 6 hours, I was starting to get, like, really shaky, really, really hungry. But then we just went to bed, and I just talked it off. Hello. Hey, girl. What's up? How you doing? With my hair?
That's the range kitty. I'm not a cat guy. I wouldn't call myself a cat guy. I'm not a cat. I'm not a kitty cat.
Yeah, they're quite laughing.
Seriously?
God, you're so
Where-
cozy.
Go outside now. No, come here.
Grandma, there's your room right there. Oh my God.
This is from the
Oh.
Yeah, oh, right here, let me see. Yeah, Grandma was like a delusional. I had to take the bracelet off because it was scratching me.
This right here is why we don't crawl. Don't scream at me. You did this to yourself.
I don't know how to say it.
Helping you out, baby.
Yeah.
And you had do not resuscitate.
Actually, that's it.
Yeah, Grandma's like, I'm not ready to die yet.
And that's when I had the heart surgery. I did get through a lot of depression. I'm back. Not 20%. Yes, you don't have to stand things.
Good job, lady. All right. Look, you go. Oh no.
Oh, down. Wait.
I look at my ankles, they never did anything in my life.
I'm gonna go slow right here. The toilet was full of
Legit
shit.
being attacked by pigeons. Yo, what is going on? What is going on?
Yeah.
What is this?
Yeah, I mean, you've had that before, too. Okay, relax.
They're like trying to figure out how to get that to. No, never mind. You found out.
Start again. Jeez.
They're not bad.
Probably not.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, what's going on with your nose?
I've had this since I moved. I
Oh,
don't know.
thanks.
It's like cold sore.
I thought she threw up in her bowl.
Well, not like a cold sore.
Why the
looks like
fork?
almost
Is
like
it so
dry
big?
skin,
How you
and
doing there, buddy?
irritated, and it's like,
I guess from the
maybe, yeah. it's dry.
You are literally chilling with a seal. This seal is sleeping on you, bro.
Why?
condition I got, it really was that question.
That's weird.
And I usually basically was less.
Well, like, I could have picked up like aqua before. It's kind of like a that's it.
That's a special treatment.
Okay, that's good.
Oh my god.
Your energy's back, so that's good. I say it. You've been here for like 2 weeks. Were you in the hospital? And then after like a week and a half, they transfer you over to here.
I like that one.
I know, it's crazy.
What
You
you
were
got there,
muffled. I thought you
cowboy?
had a stroke. Look at what you had.
It's still alive. Where is it? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. What did you do?
You couldn't even taste it? Do you have your taste back or no? Coming back?
I still can't do slow. My never was a slow person.
Yeah, but anything salty when you have COVID and can't taste it. Oh my god. Julie and I were McDonald's cheeseburgers and all we tasted was salt.
Hello, my name is Ted, and watch what happens next.
Oh, I gave him up.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah, that's fine. I actually thought about picking up you still had potato chips.
Oops, sorry.
Mom said you needed pictures.
something about these yes.
I guess for some suffers.
Oh, my favorite color. What size should we baby?
Do you want me to try it real quick on your foot?
Yeah, try it.
Yeah.
They got special socks for me.
Oh yeah, these ones are big.
Could take a small bite. Just bite the corner. This way.
They're nice.
This is
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, I guess there's some comfy stuff right there, you know?
Oh, that's nice. I can switch.
And you should like it.
Very good big size.
Yeah.
I like to think that.
What is this? I think it's a
Good morning, my little bubbas. How are you? How my little doggy do this morning?
Yeah,
You
you
want
don't
me to
have
sing you a little
to.
song? Oh, I love my little boy.
I don't have a matching shirt for this.
thank you.
Ah, great.
Okay.
I don't think that's too big. I don't care. Great. Is that what they are?
No, it's cheetah print.
And then these are just some great.
Oh, I like these.
Yeah, she's fine.
And then this can go with that. It's like a nightgown.
Oh, night shirt. Oh, thank you. Oh, cool.
Wally.
Yeah, just wanted to get you some comfy stuff. Yeah. So somebody dropped a gift on the porch for you. I give you flowers. awesome.
And like one of the your names are with the party.
Katrina, Hey Phoenix, Rachel, and thank you guys.
I very, very much appreciate that.
What are you doing?
I feel like I'm dying.
It looks like you're on your deathbed. It looks like you need an IV, like a cheeseburger, and like.
I wonder if I'm actually it's officially
Yeah, we started.
Dad, it's a gift for a new dog.
I'm surprised myself, honestly.
I'm shocked too.
I just know
There is a better way to make money with Amazon than selling physical products. Introducing the Mickelson twins. In the fridge again.
How the flip looks like he has that? Oh, man. Gave it on your phone or on that or what? What? Are you back there giggling? From this? Oh.
Let's take a stand against the LGBTQ community. I hate them. Hi, babe.
It's easy to get a quote at libertymutual.com, so you only pay for what you need. Is that right? Sorry, what's that?
My fishies love their tower to get up and see what is happening outside their tank.
Lisa here has had many jobs. She's worked in retail during the holidays, as a barista during rush hour, and nanny to a couple of her rambunctious kids. Now, all that experience has led her to a job that feels like home. With Homestead, you too can become a caregiver to older adults, with a career that makes a difference. Apply today.
Which is more hilarious? If they knew that this would happen, or if they did not.
Dude dropped his phone in the monkey enclosure.
It's my brother's phone, so if we will get back. I'm just kind of recording him because the woman told me not to lose the number with the phone.
Soap uses that every 2 minutes. That means even small clothes can save money. So why not do it? Run your dishwasher every night with Cascade Platinum, the surprising way to save water. Why is this key to Speed Water Crew? It's really hard to clean a Cheerios. Found out they have low cholesterol. Now he's taking care of his passion by new ways. Speedy T. Formation. You go if they're only here for a limited time.
Can you order carry out online from Domino's or no? Or just a customer? Delivering a delicious order of Domino's to yourself. And we believe every great delivery driver deserves a tip. So we'll tip you $3 to use on your next order.
What was that?
Domino's tip you $3.
That's not what I meant.
Get tip when you order carry out online. Only at Domino's.
These are the faces of Listerine. The face of millions of germ saps in seconds.
The
face of clean. The face of wall. Some are of intensity, others don't. All are of Listerine. Feel the woe.
I don't just play someone brainy on TV. I'm an actual neuroscientist, and I love the science behind Neuriva Plus. Unlike ordinary memory supplements, Neuriva Plus gives 60 indicators of brain performance. More brain performance? Yes, please. Neuriva, think bigger.
Try yourself. Salad. Good choice. It is. So is screening for colon cancer. When caught in early stages, it's more treatable.
Hey, Cologuard.
Hi, I'm non-invasive and I detect all your DNA in your stool to find 92% of colon cancers, even in early stages. Early stages. It's for people 45 plus and average risk for colon cancer. Not high risk. False positive and negative results may occur. Ask your provider if Cologuard is right for you.
It's your home, and there's no place like Wayfair to make your reach-in closet feel like a walk-in closet.
Didn't I click on that?
That's more your style. Make the morning chaos organized chaos. And make sure everything's in its place, so nothing is out of place. Everything makes your home a place like no other. That was it. Back from the tailgate, C-shirt, severe lesion on his leg. Odd presentation. I could use a second pair of eyes. All right, let's take it back, Dad. I'll alert out there.
Let's take a look.
You know this guy.
No, he was just walking toward the city. No one claimed. He kept saying BRT.
BRT. His initials? It's getting worse. Do we know anything about John Doe? No, sorry. Well, I didn't have a wallet on him.
And his phone was locked. All he said was BRT.
He has a severely infected leg, so we're running a culture to see if we can pinpoint the pathogen.
And although seizure isn't normally a symptom, the visual presentation and the speed with which the infection spreading indicates this bug is causing necrotizing fasciitis. Flushing bacteria.
Don't worry, it's not contagious, and only about 400 million people get it every year.
How do you get necrotizing fasciitis? It enters through a break in the skin and just destroys the tissue. It would really help us treat this guy if we knew who he was. I can't open a case file without crying, but I'll see if I can run prints and check traffic cam footage. Maybe make out some kind of an ID.
We appreciate it.
Okay.
Thanks.
Hey, how was your game? What game?
Which leads me to the next shift, Oktoberfest.
We will not be seeing any of you because we'll be picking up trucks all day. Over under on vomit in the back of the ambo is 3 buckets worth.
Give me the over. Could be down for 20.
It's a hard thing to measure.
Okay, enough. The reason why I mention it is because Firehouse 51 is drawing parade duty that day. All of us, and we'll be assisting with crowd control.
As long as we don't have to do any marching.
If there are any grievances, then I'll take it up with my new assistant. Didn't think so. Dismissed.
What's up, detective? Hey, I'm still trying to identify John Doe from Silverfield. I just want to make sure I'm not missing something. He's not talking. He's still in a coma. Do you guys remember anything?
Sorry, guys, I can't
was
come
last
on. I
night.
don't have money on the
Sure,
screen.
now you
Did you use honey? You could have saved, like, so
Somebody
much.
saved his friends.
No, I talked to people as the ambulance pulled up, no one knew him.
This video is sponsored by Trillium. Find
Maybe
the
his
link
funds
in
were
the
in the
description
stadium.
below. What is ibuprofen or medication like this?
Can you identify
This
him?
is a very common medication that I'm sure many Americans have probably used for things like pain, inflammation, or maybe even something like period or menstrual pain. But could this medication cause any harm or potential side effects? Maybe you've heard it could affect the liver, the stomach, or other organs throughout the human body. So in this video, we're going to take a look at those organs by utilizing the bodies behind me, and of course talk about how this medication works on you. So let's
Have you seen me eat bacon?
So at some point we're going to need to take this and get it into the various digestive system structures so that eventually the medication can get absorbed into the body so that it can take its effect. But first, what is ibuprofen? Ibuprofen, commonly known as some other brand names like Advil or Motrin, is classified as a non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drug, or an NSAID. Now, there are some steroidal anti-inflammatories, maybe you've heard of things like prednisone or dexamethasone. Those steroidal anti-inflammatories work a little differently, so we'll save those for a different video. Focus on these non-steroidal anti-inflammatories like ibuprofen. Now, ibuprofen has some pretty common uses. It's commonly used as an analgesic, which is a pain reliever, an antipyretic, which is a fever reducer, and obviously as an anti-inflammatory. Now, is ibuprofen the only NSAID out there? Absolutely not. Some of you probably used some others or heard of them. Things like Aleve, also known as Naproxen. Some of my patients have also used a topical one called Voltaren gel or diclofenac gel. That's kind of a generic versus brand name thing. And there are a variety of prescription strength NSAIDs. And for the most part, they all have this similar mechanism of action, or in other words, how they work in the body. So we'll focus on ibuprofen as kind of our baseline NSAID because it's one of the most commonly used. Let's finally get this thing into the body to figure out how it works. So I've got my 200 milligram tablet of ibuprofen, which you probably can't see very well, so I'll put it in my tweezers here, and we'll trace it into the body. Here's a sagittal cut of a head, so essentially like so, and most of us first fill in the mouth or the oral cavity here. Now we often say the oral cavity or the mouth is where digestion begins. But this pill isn't going to spend a lot of time there. We pop it in there, put some water in, swallow it quickly down into the pharynx here, and then to the next part of the tube would be the esophagus here. The esophagus is the food tube or posterior to the windpipe of the trachea here, and that tablet would then move down the esophagus, and I can show you on an anterior or a front view of the esophagus on this dissection, moving down into the stomach here. Now, many of you have probably heard that ibuprofen can be harmful to the stomach, and there's definitely truth to that. First, let's get it absorbed into the body, figure out what it's supposed to do, and then we can talk about potential side effects. So in the stomach, it's going to start mixing with the gastric juices. Those gastric juices essentially include things like stomach acid, digestive enzymes, and some of the stomach acid. Now, that's where the pill or the tablet's actually going to start to dissolve, and active ingredients are going to be absorbed to a point where they will start to be absorbed. Now, some of it can get absorbed into the stomach or through the bloodstream through that mucosal lining that we'll show you later in the video. But the majority of it's still going to pass into the small intestine, and this is where the majority of the medication will actually be absorbed. The small intestine has tons and tons of blood vessels to absorb nutrients, or in this case, medication. And this whole timeline of where absorption can start to take place is about 30 to 60 minutes, depending on things like content of the stomach. But now that we're in the bloodstream, we essentially can think or say that those medications are going to be distributed potentially everywhere. And now we can talk about how it takes effect. So ibuprofen works by inhibiting certain enzymes called cyclooxygenase 1 and cyclooxygenase 2, or COX-1 and COX-2. But what in the world does that mean? Well, these enzymes, COX-1 and COX-2, normally get involved in synthesizing other substances called prostaglandins. Prostaglandins are extremely important to this discussion because these prostaglandins are involved in multiple physiological processes throughout the body. Some of these include things like inflammation. Another is they're involved in pain and essentially stimulating certain pain receptors. You find a lot of prostaglandins in areas of infection and tissue damage. They're also involved with interacting with this structure in the central core of the brain called the hypothalamus. The hypothalamus does a lot of things, but one of the things it gets involved in with is body temperature and even the fever response. We also see prostaglandins influencing uterine contractions. They, like during menstrual cramps, can cause that scream muscle.
Febreze uses a 100% natural propellant. Check it out. Pressure created by what's in your hair makes the bottle spray, which means freshness everyone will love. Febreze. With Bonfire, you can easily organize custom shirts equal your artwork, or create a design right on our website. In these unique times, you can still make a difference. Fundraise with custom shirts today on bonfire.com. In the last 2 years, with partners from Apple, at the pace we're growing, I couldn't keep up without ZipRecruiter. They do the legwork and they get my job posting in front of the right candidates. I love Invite to Apply. I instantly see great candidates and I can invite them to apply. So I hire across all the departments, engineering, marketing, but also you basically tell ZipRecruiter who you need, when you need it, and they deliver.
One way to the number one hire site. Try it for free. Already out there.
IRS. 3 letters that strike fear into everyone, and for good reason. The IRS is the most powerful collection agency on earth, and being in debt to the IRS can have serious consequences. Oftentimes, it begins with the IRS sending you a collection letter, but then escalates. And before you know it, you're having your paychecks garnished, your bank account seized, even your home or business could be at risk. But thankfully, there's Optima Tax Relief, America's #1 most trusted tax relief firm. They've resolved over $1 billion in tax debt for their clients.
They can help put your IRS problems to rest so you can move forward with your life. Call Optima Tax Relief. Their tax professionals have the expertise and experience to put your tax debt to rest. For a free consultation, call 800-952-7022. That's 800-952-7022. Optima Tax Relief.
Excuse me, I'm looking for a little SUV with a V8.
What? Yeah. What?
That's your mom?
Excuse me, do you have any V8 SUVs, bro?
Bro, I've got a sick SUV back here as your neighbor. Never be ignored at a dealership again.
V8? Yeah?
Nice. Is the iPhone 14 about to be canceled? No. Thanks, Greg. Couldn't have said it better myself. But while the iPhone 14 is safe for now, what about these other Apple products launching very soon that might just totally replace your iPhone altogether? In this video, let's break down some of Apple's top secret products that are going to eventually replace the iPhone. These projects have been in the works for years and years and are finally going to launch very soon. It might be time to say goodbye to your iPhone and say hello to the future that's coming a lot sooner than you may think. Get ready because everything is about to change. Now, before you comment down below, no, I am not looking to bash the iPhone 14 in this video and tell you why you shouldn't buy it. In fact, I kind of want to do the opposite because the iPhone 14, by all accounts, is going to be one amazing upgrade and one of the biggest upgrades we've seen in many, many years.
This entire city is
Casey, is that right?
What's up, Chief?
61 are on their way back. Across the rep, they caught a call on some of the soldier field victim.
Another infection?
They called in hazmat, 2 bodies, husband and wife.
Hey, guys all right?
I ain't told them.
It was gruesome. You were dead. Nobody arrived.
Did you come into contact with any of the bodies?
No, Chief, we followed hazmat protocol.
The man's rep is on his way up here. He wants an update on the parade plans. I need to check. Will you give me your respond report as soon as possible to make sure headquarters is aware of it?
Yes, Chief. I don't know how you do it.
What?
What? Not freak out in these
Bleh.
situations because
I had a
we'll deal with stress in different ways. Do you have that medicated antibacterial soap that you guys use after chemical fires?
It's just supposed to look like.
Okay, that way, anybody, I'm gonna scrub my arms up to my shoulders. I'm gonna rate the candy cabinet. See different ways.
Yeah, well.
You gotta see this. What's up with him?
You've been like this for a week.
So, of course, we've got some small updates in the past few years, the 10S to the 11, the 11 to the 12, 12 to the 13, all good models and all good years. But by all accounts, the iPhone 14 is going to be one of those bigger years that sort of shifts the smartphone industry forever. Think iPhone 3GS to iPhone 4, the 7 to the 10, the 12 to the 13's got nothing on what's going to happen between the 13 and the 14. And speaking of the iPhone 4, one of the biggest changes coming to the iPhone 14 is the design itself, very heavily inspired by that 2010 design of Apple's iPhone 4. Think industrial design, boxy edges, squared off corners, circular volume buttons, even that speaker mesh on the bottom near the lightning port. This is a design very much paying homage to the iPhone 4, and it's sort of like the iPhone 4 design reintroduced and remodernized for 2022. And if it looks anything like these renders, it is going to look fantastic, and it's going to be one of the best looking phones of the year. And besides just the change to sort of the design and the body of the iPhone 14, another huge change is coming on front with that iconic notch. Since the iPhone 10, we've had that rectangular cutout on the front of the display that has housed the Face ID technology, the True Depth sensor, all that stuff. But that is going to change next year with the iPhone 14. According to leaks and rumors from multiple sources, at least one iPhone 14 model will not have a notch. Instead, getting rid of the notch, moving a lot of the Face ID components under the display, and giving us just a small little hole punch cutout near the top of the screen. Is it better than the notch? Is it
Nothing's
worse
hot.
than the notch?
I was taking
Let me know your
normal
thoughts
with it.
down below. But at least on some models of the iPhone 14, the notch is finally getting out. The inside of the iPhone 14 is also expected to get some pretty significant upgrades. We could see a vapor chamber cooling system with the A16 Bionic, a 48 megapixel main camera capable of 8K video recording, a new periscope zoom lens technology for the telephoto lens, and also something we haven't seen before, a totally new iPhone model that gives us something all new. Now, the last time Apple gave us an all-new iPhone model and size was with the 12 mini back in 2020. And for one reason or another, or for multiple reasons, it doesn't look like the mini iPhone is sticking around. There was the 12 mini and the 13 mini, but there will not be an iPhone 14 mini. There will be 4 iPhone 14 models, and the lineup is going to look a little something like this. There's going to be a 6.1-inch iPhone 14, a 6.1-inch iPhone 14 Pro, a 6.7-inch iPhone 14 Pro Max, and a 6.7-inch iPhone 14 Max. So yes, there will be 2 smaller phones and 2 bigger phones, one regular and one Pro for both sizes. So if you are a fan of sort of the largest screen iPhone possible, but you don't need all the bells and whistles of the triple camera setup, you don't need promotion and all that stuff, and you're looking to save some money, the iPhone 14 Max might just be the perfect phone for you, coming very soon in 2022. Okay, so if these rumors are at least partially true, and the iPhone 14 is getting so much love and attention from Apple next year, then what are these products that could possibly eliminate the iPhone lineup entirely and make Apple switch to something totally new? Well, there are 3 products that are going to change the iPhone's history and sort of the iPhone's future forever. And the first one is actually AirPower. Now, some of you out there might remember this iconic moment back in 2017. Let me know in the comments down below if you remember this wonderful Phil Schiller moment that showed off this magical charging pad that you could place the iPhone, the Apple Watch, AirPods, anywhere on this pad, and they would wirelessly charge just like magic. It seemed impossible, it seemed undoable, but Phil Schiller and Apple assured us it was possible, and they were going to do it. For one reason or another, Apple decided to eventually kill the AirPower project quietly and never actually release that product. In fact, out of all the sort of modern Apple presentations and events of the last 4, 5, or 6 years, the iPhone 10 keynote is the only one that I cannot find on Apple's official YouTube channel. Maybe this was for copyright reasons, maybe this was for some other reason, but maybe Apple decided to sort of hide this video because they didn't want those who were looking.
The reason I want to stop by today is to see how many vehicles we have lining the parade. Studies show that people who see red and blue flashing lights are less inclined to misbehave.
Well, we're going to have our engine.
In to find more information on the AirPower that never actually came to be. Maybe it's just sort of a weird conspiracy theory, but just something I thought was a little odd. Nevertheless, though, although the original concept of AirPower might have met its demise, the actual sort of
Press the city's received it for a great parade.
I enjoyed the morning.
magical idea of AirPower, this really cool wireless charging technology, still lives on even today inside of those secretive labs in Cupertino. And according to Mark Gurman over at Bloomberg, Apple is still continuing to research and develop multiple types of really futuristic sounding wireless charging technology that will totally change the way you use your future iPhone and other Apple devices. According to the report, Apple is testing multiple methods of short and long distance wireless charging technology. This could be like putting your iPhone on some kind of AirPower-like pad, or reverse wireless charging AirPods or Apple Watch off of the back of your iPhone, or if we're talking longer distances, maybe this is the idea of you walking into a special room and your phone just charging automatically. It sounds like the work of fiction and like it's some kind of sci-fi technology, but it might just become more reality than we might have originally thought if Apple can actually make it happen. They're working on it, so let's see if it actually becomes real. Now, AirPower might change the way you use your iPhone. These next two products will totally change the iPhone forever and might just cause many of you to ditch the phone completely. That is, of course, because Apple is going to introduce two new revolutionary, groundbreaking products. That is the mixed reality AR/VR headset and the long-awaited, long-rumored Apple glasses. Now, to keep it brief, these are two products that we need to sort of talk about separately. One is this mixed reality Oculus Quest looking AR and VR headset that's a little more expensive and a little bit more rough around the edges, more for the enthusiasts than the mass market. And the other is really made for consumers. It's made for everyone. It's more affordable. It's sleek and simple. Maybe it looks a little something like this, where you have little gesture pad areas and little cameras built in for your super sleek features and Apple glasses come in maybe 2025. But what's supposed to be coming much sooner is this Apple mixed reality headset. Again, it looks like an Oculus Quest. It's filled with two high-resolution 8K displays, lots of cameras and sensors, eye tracking technology, and according to rumors, an Apple Silicon chip inside that is more powerful than the M1 chip in the iPad Pro and some Mac models. This is going to be one of those revolutionary products that should change everything. Like the iPod changed MP3 players, like the iPhone changed phones, the iPad changed tablets. You sort of get the idea. According to those familiar with the project, analysts and others in the rumor mill, this is going to be one of those groundbreaking products that changes everything. And once Apple finally releases this mixed reality headset, the touch world in your phone is never going to be the same again. Now, the details on this are still a little murky. We've heard some talk of components and what it can do, what it can't do. It's going to have an app store, all this stuff. But a lot of the details, again, are still unclear. But what we are hearing from multiple sources is that this mixed reality headset should be launching in 2022. So this is actually coming sooner than later and will finally become reality. Apple has been working very hard on this. They've sort of been laying the groundwork on this for years and years. And right now, we know this reality headset is not going to be very cheap, probably around or north of $2,000. So the future is not going to be inexpensive, but if you've been sort of waiting to try Apple's next big thing, this should be coming really soon. Maybe in just a matter of months, maybe as soon as WWDC. And then, of course, after the headset gets into the hands of consumers and developers and people really sort of get to experience Apple's idea for this feature, that's when we move on to the next thing. These are the Apple glasses. And if they look anything like these concept videos, it is going to be absolutely amazing. You sort of have this digital information overlaid in your real world. You can see weather, you can see stocks, all this stuff looks super cool. And again, this is the more affordable, more mass market solution that might just totally replace the iPhone. This will be untethered. You don't have to have an iPhone. You can do basically everything you want to do on your iPhone on these glasses. The future is still a little unclear, and it doesn't really seem apparent as to sort of every change it's going to bring with it. But this should be one of, again, those paradigm-shifting moments that changes everything and should sort of eliminate the iPhone and really change Apple's direction from the iPhone to smart glasses, at least according to analysts. And last but certainly not least, another product that might just change the iPhone forever, at least how you think of the iPhone, is a folding iPhone. Now, we've heard rumors that Apple is working on this folding iPhone that's going to give us this cutting-edge technology. It's a smaller iPhone that opens up to this larger display. And we had heard rumors that it was in sort of various stages of development, and we could see it in 2023, as early as 2023. But what if Apple decided to change things even more? What if they sort of experimented with different form factors and instead sort of merged the iPhone and the iPad lines together and gave us something that was like as small as the iPad mini that opened up to like the size of a 12.9-inch iPad Pro? Or what if they gave us a super small phone that was compact that opened up to the size of an iPad mini? There's definitely a case to be made that different form factors could totally radically change the iPhone and sort of breathe some new life into sort of the same glass slab we've had for years and years. That would sort of be a cool way to experiment with new styles of iPhone and really sort of change the way we think of smartphones. Samsung is doing it, other companies are doing it, and I think it's only a matter of time until we see an iPhone that either flips or folds, or is at least some kind of new form than just what we've had for the last couple of years. But I'm curious, what are your guys' thoughts on the future of the iPhone? And I guess more importantly, what are your thoughts on this Apple mixed reality headset and these Apple glasses? Will this be the work of science fiction and totally change our lives? And no longer do we have phones in our hands, but we have glasses on our heads, or do you think that this is more of an accessory and something that's going to take much longer to sort of change our lives than some might like to think it will be? Let me know your thoughts down below on this stuff. Are you going to pick up an Apple mixed reality headset? Are you ready for Apple Glass? Or are you just going to stick with your iPhone and wait it out and see what bugs and stuff will be worked out before you decide to hop on the bandwagon and get a little tasty? Let me know your thoughts down below. Let me know in the comments, and we can discuss. As always, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I sincerely appreciate it. I'm Robert Rosenfeld from the Apple Circle, and I will see you all in the next one.
Okay, see you guys next one. Bye.